Alrighty. Hello everyone and welcome to my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen. This is a show that I've been wanting to watch for a really long time, which I was once again introduced to, honest to God, because of the gay ship. I heard that there is this really cute guy who is often wanting to murder people, being shipped with another guy who wears all black and potentially, after a really bad breakup, wanted to become a god. I don't know, man. Like, I just got introduced to the ship. I was like, looks like fun. My kind of angsty nonsense like this. That's what introduced me to Arcane. And then they compared Javik with these two dum-dums. And I was like, let's get started and let's actually watch this for the reaction channel. Haven't seen it. I have zero theories. I am walking in blind. I'm just hyped for a good time and a fun time. I hope that this anime delivers. And seeing how much hype this anime has, I'm sure it is going to. So without further ado, let's see if the hype is worth it. Let's go. That's the kid I was talking about. And we are starting with a torture sequence, and I thought the pink haired dude was a part of the group, like from the very brief memes I've seen of this show. I thought that was the vibe. No, they're not friends. Even if they were friends, what led their friendship to deteriorate to the point where he is now actively torturing them?
今の君はどっちなのかな? 呪術高専で1年を担当してる。
If a school starts off with torturing their kids, do I want to be a part of that school is my question. I know this probably looks like a test or some nonsense like that. Also, what do you mean by which one are you? Is this like a split personality disorder kind of a thingy? He gets possessed whenever he uses his powers, whatever they might be. Also, what teacher decides to torture first, teach later? What's the logic with that? Like, I don't know you.
君の秘匿死刑が決定した。
Huh? Decided by whom? Do I get a say in this matter or are you just gonna execute me? I mean, if you were going to execute me, you should have executed me when you captured me. No point in dragging it out. Oh my god.
ないですよ。夜のお散歩かな。それ、取り戻すまで帰ってきちゃダメだから。
There's a cursed object in a graveyard, which is, obviously the worst place for it to exist in. It's gone missing. Apparently for a nighttime stroll. Whoever kept it there probably lied with that information. They are supposed to apparently get rid of the cursed object. And the guy on the phone was like, sucks, must have gone out for a nighttime stroll. Better find it before going home because you're not going home until you find it. Wherever it must have gone out for a stroll, you better follow it. Unless this is a detective agency, I would be so pissed off. I'm like, what the goddamn hell do you mean?
こっくりさん生徒会長がギリ化ける生き物を教えてください
This is the club his grandpa wanted him to go to instead of coming and visiting him in the hospital. Does the grandpa know something we don't? Is he going to get possessed by the cursed object that went missing? I have zero idea what's happening. It looks fun. Definitely use spirits to ask who's weaker than the most. This is the very best or the very worst mirror on the wall kind of a variation I have ever seen. But you could be asking them spirits about, hey, do you know if there's any gold hidden here, any treasure hidden here? I don't know why the ghost would have to answer you truthfully, but at least it would make for a fun game and a fun day. At least it would prevent your club from being closed down. We are finding old artifacts hidden in the grounds. The ghosts have told us so. Here's an old coin that I stole from my grandpa's wallet that he was keeping hidden because he was like, one day my love will return and we will place this coin in the temple or some nonsense like that. Just use old stuff from your house and be like, this is an artifact we found because the ghost told us so. We want to find more artifacts. This is the proof of our clubhouse. I would do it.
体調不良で入院した部員まで出たからな。
奇妙な物音や声を聞いたそうです。吉田さんの音量の仕業だったのです。
And there's our proof, I guess. Let's go. How much do you wanna bet it was these dumbasses only who were making those weird ass sounds or hid a recorded disc somewhere in the ground so that it would make weird sounds like that? And then probably added some laxative in their food so that they would all get it. Like, I feel like they could do that just from their evil smirks, okay? It felt very much like they were the ones who actually did the whole thingy just for the sake of proof. I mean, hey, if it gives you time to do nonsense like this in your school time, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Also, on reflection, I feel like the granddad definitely wanted him to stay at school and go to his club just so that he could have like fun times as opposed to being worried about family. Fair. If that is the intention, that's really fair. I like that. Let's go.
いや、マダニが原因だそうだ。
よう、ちゃんと追っかけんって書いたけど。
俺が書き換えた。
陸上部顧問、高木。
What the damn hell? Why would you rewrite it? Oh my god, that's kind of crazy, right? Like, we need you, so, if your choices, man, we know better than you where you should be going. It's not even like he's his family member or someone. He's like a coach. You don't need to be having fun. You need to be getting serious about life. This is the time, Itadori. Because apparently God was like, let me make sure that your grandpa is sick and in the hospital. You probably don't have any parents because you looked very lonely in the very first scene of the show, and you're trying to do this so that you can have fun, but no, I know better. I got to make it bad for you. I got to make you suffer. That's how the fans of this show are going to start liking you, bro. I'm doing this all for your future. How will people like you if you're not suffering hard enough?
俺が負けたらお前のことは諦めよう。
Imagine that backfiring. I'm pretty sure the guy is like, oh, if you can beat me, I'll let you go. And then when Itadori beats him, he's like, see, this is the potential I see in you. See how awesome you are? This is the reason why I'm asking you to stick with this, to stick with it. And Itadori is like, yes, sir. You know me better than anyone else. I'm going to keep doing this. But instead of all of that, Itadori is like, there you go. I beat you. I'm gonna go back to my occult club now. Let's go.
死体でも埋まってんのかな。
Were the kids actually right? I mean, they did look like they did the research, but oh my god, were they actually right? Crazy stuff. Ooh, this is why they need to keep doing the work that they're doing, which is mostly playing with Ouija boards. But hey, someone's gotta do it. I ain't doing it. Let them do it.
14メートル。だいたい30メートル。うわっ、俺の勝ち。
好きだから怖いのよ。
That's fair though, because only dumb people who are not scared of haunted stuff are the very first people who end up dying in a horror story. I kid you not, when I was a younger kid, there was this time when me and my family, along with some family friends, were in a mall and they were like, let's go to a haunted house. Let's have fun. I was like, are you guys stupid? Why would you do that? And that's not me being a coward. I'm like, see, watching stuff that is haunted, like, watching shows where people go ghost busting and all of that is all fun and games because I'm not actively taking part in it. I like horror story. I am the biggest horror fanatic in my family. But at the same time, I am not going to actively go there and start ghost busting, right? Like, I know God will use me as an example. Like, this is the exact reason why you don't do shit like this. This is Madhurima. She was stupid enough to try this. Look what happened to her. No, sir. I am very glad where I am. I'm happy to watch other people do stupid stuff as opposed to go there and be the person who dies. So, thanks. Don't want to be another case study. So, I absolutely get them. They're like, scary because we believe in it. Absolutely fair. Let's go.
お前の両親のこと
だから興味ねえって。
When someone wants to give you lore, but you have enough tragedy on your plate for you to be like, you know what? I need more stuff. I mean, I would still grab the lore that I am getting. It's always fun to brag about it at a later point in time. But no, fair. Only take the information you want to take.
ゆとりがいい。
Pretty sure you only brought him up, but okay, go off, I guess.
お前は強いから人を助けろ。手の届く範囲でいい。救える奴は救っとけ。迷ってもいい。感謝されなくても気にするな。とにかく一人でも多く助けてやれ。お前は大勢に囲まれて死ね。俺みたいになるなよ。
We are seeing the building of a core memory that is either going to traumatize the hell out of him or inspire him every time he feels down.
はい、どうされました？虎杖さん？
じいちゃん、死にました。
I figured okay, but oh my god, bro just dropped wisdom and died. He said he wanted to go out in style and he stuck to it. He followed through. Hats off, sir.
あとは笑ってこんがり焼きます。
言い方。
The phrasing on that was absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. You don't see me laughing because I was literally like, I need to process that. Did he just say that? Oh my god, he just said that.
特に学校や病院には膨大な怨念が溜まりやすい。審査、後悔、恥辱。人間の負の感情が呪いの源になる。
スリルを楽しむのがおかけん魂じゃん。どうせ何も起こりゃしないんだから。
Famous last words. Girl, weren't you the one who was like, it is scary because we believe in it? Why are you playing around with cursed objects?
ここにいろ。
As if that has ever worked on anyone. It would have worked on me, but I am not the protagonist of this show. Plus his grandpa just gave him the wisdom of try to save people, even if it is one of them. He's going to get cursed, right? Or possessed.
俺は 何にビビってる
The answer, kind sir, is death. It's your survival instinct. Stay there. Please. I mean, the show wouldn't exist if he stays there. I guess we would still have other characters. It would still be a plot. He wouldn't be the protagonist of that plot.
お前は強いから人を助けろ。
食ってどうすんだうまいのか
バカ言うな。より強い呪力を得るためだ。呪いは呪いでしか払えない。こっちはこっちで。
人を助けろ。
めんどくせえ呪いかかってんだ。
He's going to swallow that finger and unleash whatever curse he already had on himself. Not the thing that his grandpa told him. Obviously, I'm not talking about that. But whatever the grandpa said, it was extremely weighted in terms of final words to say to your kid. I would have been like, be happy, be healthy, do whatever makes you happy, have a good life. Don't have any regrets. He was like, save other people. So there is definitely a lot of backstory and lore that Itadori could have definitely gotten from his grandpa, but he was like, no, I don't want it right now. I will discover it on my own. Let's make it into a filler episode or two. But yeah, he's definitely gonna swallow that finger, and whatever curse he had in him is going to get activated. I'm not saying it just for the sake of saying it. At the start of this episode, when he was beating his coach, those were some crazy feats of athleticism that he was showcasing. So I am sure that it comes from some curse that wasn't actively unraveled within him until this point when he swallows that finger, you know. But okay, go off, I guess. What I want to know is it a conscious decision to do so, or is it like happens accidentally? It looks like he's listening to the black-haired kid, so he might do it consciously and intentionally to get more power, but we don't know.
俺に強くなればいいんだろシグラ
人は、女はどこだ
That was hype. So possession, yes, but he's also able to suppress said possession. So hyper powers. Whoever is possessing him makes sense why his finger was a cursed object. What a weirdo. My only question is, did the finger taste good? Because it looked disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Couldn't have tasted good, but did it? We need Itadori's answer in this. And he's enough of a weirdo, we might actually get an answer to it. So I'm hyped to see the next episode. Let's jump into the next episode. Let's go. Where hopefully Fushiguro doesn't exercise him. Black-haired guy doesn't exercise him. I'm sorry. Not really.
2年のみんなに見せやーった。本当だ、混じってる。
Can I just say I see the blush? I'm sorry. But I see the blush.
菊水庵、菊福。仙台名物超うまい。僕のおすすめはずんだ生クリーム味。菊福は他のお土産とは。
I was promoting this shop, you bitch. Why did you have to attack me now? Can't you see I'm working here? Huh? Have better manners. Aren't you from a different time?
生徒の前なんでね。かっこつけさせてもらうよ。
Gojo sensei is hype. How does it go from here to the torture sequence that we just saw at the start of episode 1? Second thing, all I can honestly think about is how hype it would be if I was a student at the school, because school would definitely get cancelled, wouldn't it? The school is undergoing some repairs. Why? We don't know. Something happened last night. They definitely have to cover it up. The question is, how are they going to cover it up? When it comes to stuff like this, one of the things that I really like is there is this comic called Elseed, which is actually going to be turned into an anime, so I'm really hyped for it. But they have this concept of subspace essentially, where they can go about breaking the space as much as they want to, but it doesn't really affect the original world, which is hype because that's how they keep the superhumans kind of secret. So really, really cool. Absolutely love that. Can't wait to see that anime. Have you read the comics? Are you hyped for the anime too? Let me know down in the comments. Let's go.
そろそろかな。
くそ、まただ。
お、大丈夫だった？
気絶させたの。
That's all it took to knock him out. Like, I knew he knocked him out, but verbal confirmation is crazy. Just
これで目覚めた時、スクナに体を奪われていなかったら、彼には器の可能性がある。
I guess that answers our question, eh? He definitely had him in that room filled with talismans to exercise him if he wakes up as Sukuna. Crazy. I don't think he does he?
死なせたくありません。市場です。なんとかしてください。可愛い生徒の頼みだ。任せなさい。これは君が食べた呪物と同じものだ。全部で20本。うちではそのうちの6本を保有してる。
Three things that can happen here. One is they can use up all the 20 fingers or how many ever fingers they find and create a superpowered army that can briefly be possessed by Sukuna. Number two, use Itadori to find other fingers like these because they only have 6 in total or 7, depending on whether they are counting the finger that Itadori ate or not. 3, Itadori ends up eating them to get superpowered. Later on in the series. One by one, he eats them every time a supervillain comes into the conversation. The possibility of all three happening is really hype and crazy. Let's see what happens. And they end up experimenting on Itadori to see exactly what makes him a good vessel, and this ties up into both scenario number 1 and 2.
どうせ殺すなら、すべてのスクナを取り込ませてから殺せばいい。
How you like me now? How you like me now? Gojo still delivered though, because that was pretty clever on his part to be like, he can be used to trap the other parts of Sukuna and hunt them down. I wanna see what makes them decide against killing him when they do end up finding everything, because I don't think the entire show is going to revolve around them just finding out these objects, right? Like, there's got to be more to it. There are definitely going to be side quests and all, but I don't think it is going to end with, oh, we have found all 20 fingers. Die, bitch.
笑えてくるわ。
確定だね。1000年生まれてこなかった逸材。呪術高等専門学校。
If he's still at the school after he has eaten all 20 fingers, is he going to run around in the forest and hide and play a hide and seek game? He could. I would do it. If I'm gonna die, I might as well have some fun while I'm dying.
貴様が頭ではないのか。力以外の序列はつまらんな。
He slapped that mouth like I would slap an annoying mosquito on my cheek. Hacha! Crazy stuff. Almost gives us Venom vibes, doesn't it? That sassy thing that almost possesses me, but still, we become eventual friends who deal with each other throughout life. A symbiotic lifestyle. Let's go. I can see that happening. A sassy counterpart. Though he doesn't need it, it would be fun. I feel like he's a very polite kid at the end of the day. Like, chaotic, but also polite at the end of the day. Whereas the Sukuna thingy is just crazy. First thing that comes in his head, he blurts it out. Irrespective of whether it is polite to say that at all or not. He's just like, I don't care about other people's feelings. They should care about me. I am the awesome one in this partnership. Feels like that, doesn't it?
力のすべてを取り戻したスクナなら、ちょっとしんどいかな。
負けちゃう？
勝つさ。
虎杖裕二です。好みのタイプはジェニファー・ローレンス。よろしくお願いします。
何しに来た？
面談。
呪術高専にだ。
呪術をな。
Why did you come to Jujutsu High? To not die, sir? Apparently I was told I would die. This is my only other option. To not die, so that's why I'm here? What do you mean? Also forget about the fact that I was like, yeah, he's chaotic, but he's polite because like, kid told the randomest thing you could ever tell someone, especially when you are doing an interview. I like girls. This is my type. Why did you have to say that? How does that make sense in polite conversation? I have zero idea. I was absolutely wrong. They match each other's vibe. A little bit, not completely. But looks like we are in for a fun partnership.
不合格だ。納得のいく答えが聞けるまで攻撃は続くぞ。
You already failed him though, so is it just an excuse to see how your dolls perform against him? You just want to beat him up, got a free piece of meat that you can't let go away of, and you have a good enough excuse to beat him up?
What? まだ死刑を先延ばすためだと言われた方が納得がいく。
ざけんな！俺は！
君は 自分が呪いに殺された時も、そうやって祖父のせいにするのか
At first I was like, dude's coming in too hot. But he's also not wrong.
スクナを食う。それは俺にしかできないんだって。自分が死ぬ時のことはわからんけど、生き様で後悔はしたくない。
合格だ。ここそ呪術高専へ。
Pretty fun 2 episodes. I feel like we got a good bit of exposition. We got a good setup for the show. I know the show is hype. The fight sequences are worth it. Like, I loved every single fight that we have seen so far, but specifically Gojo Sensei's fight was like, chef's kiss. The way he tilted his head back almost and went, forgive me, my students watching, so I gotta, be a bit flashy right now, be a bit extra right now. Like, I was like, haha, I am sad, let's go. I can see why you're so crazy within the fandom. So, I am hyped for him and his storyline. I am hyped to see how these characters develop and where the story goes. Definitely hyped to see if Sukuna and Itadori end up creating a symbiotic relationship. Feels like it, right? Would be fun to see. And I would love to know if he has a crush on Gojo Sensei. Feels like there is a possibility, right? Like, he blushes every time he comes into his personal space. Fair. Understandable. I would have punched him, but fair. Fair for you to blush. He looks like a cutie patootie who's murder embodied. So fun vibes overall. I can't wait to see the next few episodes and see how this story develops. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite bits from this video were. Favorite theories, favorite moments, so that I can double down on them and keep creating more fun content for you to enjoy. Like, share, subscribe and all of that jazz. And if you enjoy the content that I'm creating and if you'd like to support me further, check out my Patreon where you get extended cuts of all the episodes that I put out alongside early access to them. And you can cheer me on and support me so that I can keep creating fun content for you guys. With that, I shall see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye, take care. Toodaloo.